Bonjour tout le monde, welcome back to We in France. I'm Diane, and I actually had another video planned for today, but I really felt pulled to make something on this topic instead, so I hope it speaks to you, and if not, I'll see you back here soon with something France related. But what I want to talk about today has nothing to do with life in France, but just life in general, and something that this pandemic year has really reminded me of. And it's this: if you've been putting off something in your life, something you want to do for yourself, for your family, the best time to go for it is now. And I just want to get right into my thoughts on this. No fancy edits, so let's just begin. Okay, so this past year and a half, maybe a little longer, it hasn't been easy for anyone, no matter where you live. You know, we've been affected here in France by lockdowns and restrictions. Maybe you've experienced loss, loneliness, anxiety, and on top of the pandemic, then there's all that other stress in life that we'd have to deal with anyway, even if there wasn't COVID. And if you're like me, maybe you've had some moments that have really shaken you up and just kind of, I don't know, like force you to take a step back in a way and just reevaluate what's important. And truth be told, a relative of mine passed away a couple of days ago, and I guess I just hate that it's times like these that remind us of how short life is, and that our time on earth isn't guaranteed, our future isn't guaranteed, tomorrow is not even guaranteed, and to be grateful for what we have. So that's kind of where my head's been for a while now, and it's an important reminder I want to pass on to you, just knowing that tomorrow isn't guaranteed for any of us, despite us thinking we have all the time in the world, because the truth is maybe we do, but maybe we don't. And, you know, if 2020 and beyond has caused you to reflect on your life and choices you've made, and just what you want for yourself and your family, I don't know, maybe you're playing around with some ideas, no matter how big or small. I just want to encourage you to go for whatever it is that you want in your life, whatever it is that you've been putting off and that you want for your life. And I've told you this before, and I probably will again. You know, it's a topic that's near and dear to my heart, but I want you to go ahead and take the steps to move forward. If that's a move abroad, to take a trip, a vacation you've been planning forever, starting that business, changing careers, learning a language, writing a book, even just starting a fitness routine or asking someone out, just whatever it is for you, no matter how big or small, just go ahead and shoot your shot, because what life has shown me time and time again is what other option is there? What else can you do? You know, put it off till you have more time that you may or may not have. You know, when you get that bonus at work, when things calm down after the summer, just take that small step forward now and that momentum will build. And just break it down into manageable steps, whatever that means for you, whatever makes sense for your life now. And that will build. And I know that's not always easy. Trust me, I know. But just taking one step forward, even if that's just in your planning or your thinking, just that one step will make it that much more easy to move forward. And I think it's really rare in life to be rich in these three following areas, maybe ever, or definitely not your entire life: in money, in time, and in health. And I feel like we might have our health and we have a ton of time, but we don't have any money, or we have all the money we need, but we don't have any time to ourselves or with our family. And there's always a combination, a give and take, and it makes it harder for us to move forward to what we want when we're always kind of held back by something. And something that keeps ringing in my ear, probably since my first big reminder that life is short, that being 9/11, and being there in Lower Manhattan that day nearly 20 years ago. You know, it was a reminder to me then that our future isn't guaranteed. And did I want to live my life with regret or, you know, not knowing if something was right for me? So I think that's kind of propelled me, and it's always been kind of the foundation of how I go about things. And moving abroad was definitely one of the biggest leaps of faith I've ever taken. And thank goodness it's worked out, not without a roller coaster along the way. And I wanted to be able to know if I could take that chance. And Something I always come back to is reasons and excuses are two very different things. You know, there are definitely valid reasons why we aren't able to go after something we're dreaming about, or at least not now. But they aren't always permanent and they aren't always rational. You know, our excuses, I feel, are fear in disguise. Our head wants to protect us from possible struggle and strife. So we find ways to not go after what we want. And I'm not saying go legit into debt, to take a trip or to do something that's going to jeopardize your future or make hasty, uninformed decisions. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is take a moment to really reflect on your life. If there's something that you want for yourself that you keep coming back to, buying that house or whatever it is that you haven't quite taken action on yet, and take that small step. Because I think it's so easy, I'm guilty of it, to say, I'll do that thing when I have this, when I have that, when life looks this way. When you have more money, when you're less busy, when you have more time, when the kids are older. So if you made it this far, let this video be the sign you need to take action today, no matter how small, because life can change in an instant. My relative died far too young. She won't be taking any more shots despite having big plans. And I just want to make sure that I'm doing the things in my life for the people who can no longer do those things, and that I'm not holding myself back out of fear. And I don't want that for you either. I don't want procrastination or doubt or just negative thinking to hold you back and think that you're going to do it in the future. I want you to go after what you want. You know, you're not too old or too young or too inexperienced or too much or too anything. You've got this, okay? And finally, you know that saying that the best time to plant a tree was yesterday, but the second best time is right now? Well, I want to encourage you to go on, plant your tree, do it now, and I hope this video spoke to you. I know it's a little bit of a departure from my regular content, but it was important to me to make this video today, so I know it's speaking to at least one of you. I'd love to hear from you in the comments or privately via email. Just take care of yourselves and the ones you love, be kind, and I'll see you back here on We in France soon with more France-related content. Salut!